Hey everybody, it's Shamiza from Planning and More with Me's, and thanks for being here with me. So today's video is all about showing you guys how I have set up my planners for July 2021 and moving forward, and I'm really excited for this, so let's jump right in. Okay, so I have, or will be, using like 6 different planners. And I know that seems like a lot, and I thought so too in the beginning, but I realized from January till now that having one planner where I literally like use it as my catch-all, and it houses my personal stuff, my work stuff, my school stuff, birthdays, important dates, like my budget stuff, like everything. I was literally, if you've seen my previous videos, I was using a vertical spread, and I would categorize each row for, like, you know, the bottom row would be for school, the middle row and the top row would be for work and whatever else that I needed to get done. So I did some researching and I watched a ton of videos, and I think I finally come up with the perfect planner. So I am sticking with the classic size. Now my classic size is going to house everything from personal and school to work to budgeting to social media to journaling, my reading log, all that. So it's this one, you know, planner. I'm Franken planning. I'm going to use it all, and I'm going to keep it all together. Now it is chunky, and the reason for that is because for everything else besides work, I've only put in 1 or 2 months. However, for work, I've literally put in July through to August, I think. Yes, through to August. And the reason for that is because with work, we do a lot of pre-planning. And with me stepping into a new position in September, I want to make sure that I have all my ducks in a row and all my information with me, you know, at my fingertips whenever I need it. So the first section in here is, as you can see, my personal and school. So this is where I'll house, you know, vet appointments, doctor appointments, hair, nails, what I have to get done for each of my classes. And it's nice that it's just separate, and I know that when I just open this part, it is strictly just my personal stuff. So for each of the planners I've used, I have taken out the year at a glance and I've put it in here, and that's like the, you know, beginning section of each of the planner. So I'm using a dashboard for my personal and my school. So for this one, I've only put in so far just July. Now, you guys know that I have pre-planned pretty much everything for school. So I have sticky notes here that kind of just have, you know, what I need to get done for each class that I can then add into the boxes. And then I like this area here, so I will white this part out, but I'm going to keep the to buy, I'm going to keep the errands, might do something over here. And then in the focus area, I'm thinking of putting in like a quote of the week or something, and I'm going to keep it consistent throughout the planner so that, you know, I can always refer back to it when I need to. So that's the first section. And I'm only going to keep 1 month in at a time. I don't need to keep more than 1 month for my personal and school. Okay, so the next section then is work. Okay, now again, yes, I did. I bought another dashboard planner, and I'm going to use it for work. Now, the reason why a dashboard I feel will work better for work is simply because the only reason why I was using a vertical in the beginning was because it was housing everything, and so I needed more room. But if I'm just using it for work, I mean, there's just a few things a day that I need to get done. I can have my to-do list here. Again, this focus section will be like a quote of the week, and then I can keep the calls and emails, and I can white this out and, you know, maybe put a sticker or make it look pretty or something. And then up here, I don't know, I haven't decided what I wanted to do for this yet. And again, I could probably cover it up and put a sticker or something, but that's what I'm using for work. Now, like the way we, like I work with the school system. So of course, you know, we start in August. So I do have a few weeks off in July. So I'm thinking I might not even like keep a work planner for July. I'm only working this first week here and then I'm off. And I don't go back until like August 11th or something like that. So I think I'm going to get rid of July's and put it right back into the main planner and then just start from August. So I have August all the way through till, oh, just June. I just kept until June here. So like I said, this one will come with me everywhere I go, like in the sense of either it's going to stay on my desk here or it's going to stay on my desk at my office. But it will come back and forth with me only when I'm moving to those two places. But when I'm out and about, I will be using a mini for my on the go, which I really still like because I'm still using the planner purse. So I have all my cards and stuff in there. Okay, so that second section is for work. The next section I have here is my budget section. Now, I know that I've been super inconsistent with budgeting. It's because it's not that I don't want to do it or I don't care for it. It's just that I'm really not good at it. And I find it difficult for me to stick to a budget, which is really frustrating, I know. But my goal moving into this new setup is to really utilize my budget section. Now, the planner that I've used for the budget section is the monthly layout. So it's the one that, you know, you have your calendar and then you have your like monthly goals and then it just has like daily task lists. So what I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to use the calendar so like I can physically see or like visually see when, you know, I'm getting paid or when hubby is getting paid, and then what bills are going to come out on what day. And then for this section here, I'm going to write down, you know, like top priorities of things that I want to pay off. So if I'm focusing on a specific card that month or a specific account, I can write that here. I can kind of write down, you know, where we are saving wise, you know, how much money we have owing on certain things. And then it's just nice to be able to see month to month how low it's going. And then it's nice here that I can use this to track. So like sometimes I'll do a no spend month or week, because let's be real, a no spend month for me is very difficult. It's just not possible. I'm setting myself up for failure if I do it. So if I start off with a week, and then maybe push it to 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then so on and so forth. So I could, you know, track no spend. I could track how often, you know, we're buying from Amazon, since that's something that we seem to be doing a lot of lately. And so there's so many things I can track. So I'm excited to use it. And then for the daily pages, it's literally just a spending tracker. So I'll write down every day what I'm spending, what card I used, and then that way we can kind of keep track. So this is my goal. My goal is to like get back into budgeting. I've been working with my husband to try and figure out, you know, I'm not the greatest with numbers and math and it's just not my thing, but you know, my husband is trying to teach me, because I literally said to him, I was like, you know, God forbid something happens to you, like I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't know any of this stuff. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Okay, so I have July and August in here. Again, I'm kind of debating whether I want to keep 2 months at a time, but I think it might help me, you know, having July in here to then help me setting up August, and it's just I can see the immediate difference month to month. All right, so the next section I have in here is social media. Now, I'm really excited for this one because as you guys have known, I have been trying different layouts, and I'm trying to figure out what I like best, how you know, how to utilize it properly and all that kind of stuff. So I am so excited. For those of you who live in Calgary, Alberta, if you hit up the Michael store, they are now selling undated teacher extension packs. And so I got 2 of the undated ones, and there's 6 months in each, so it's like pretty much the entire year, and that's what I'm going to be using for social media. So I have here, so this one, originally I was going to use the color block layout, and that's where this is from, but I really liked it, so I'm going to keep it in here anyways and still use it, but I'm just not going to use the color block layout. Instead, I'm going to use the undated teacher planner layout, which I'm really excited about because this is the first time I've seen this here in Calgary. So yeah, so it's undated, which is great. I could have started in June, chose not to because I wanted to start fresh in July. So this is what I'm going to use for that. And then here, I'm literally just going to white out the days of the week over here. I think that's what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, yeah, I'm going to white out the days of the week here. I'm going to put them up here so that I have Sunday to Saturday. And then I'm going to have each row is going to be representing something different. So one will be for Instagram, one will be for Facebook, one will be for YouTube, one will be for, I don't know, like tracking followers and subscribers. And then, or the other thing, I mean, I could use the calendar to do that because I am a rep for the Sticker Junkie, and so I do have to post certain days, so I could use that for that one. And then you know, if I happen to be, you know, an ambassador for another company, I can incorporate that in here. So again, not really for decorating purposes, more so for just organization. So I have 1 month of that in here. Okay, so the next section is my journaling section or my reading log section. So yes, I have kind of been on and off the bandwagon of reading. Sometimes it's difficult for me, literally because I have a lot of reading to do for school. And so by the time I'm done reading for school, I really don't want to read for pleasure. I just want to watch TV or zone out or go for a walk, or sit outside, you know, like just kind of hang out with my husband and our dogs. So it doesn't really leave a lot of time for me to read. So I decided that, and I got this idea from Madison over at Say Yes to Planning. So she uses a horizontal spread as like a journaling spread, and I absolutely loved it, and I was doing it for a few months. I did stop again because life sometimes just gets in the way and then it's hard to pick back up. But I did notice that when I was journaling every day, even if it was just 10 minutes for a day, it was relaxing. And if I was really upset about something, I could write it down and let it go. So I'm going to start that again in July. The other portion of this as well is that I'm going to use it as a reading log too. So with my break coming up, like I have a few weeks off this summer, so with that coming up, I do want to get into a routine of, again, reading, even if it's for like 15 minutes a day, like even if I'm just reading one or two pages even, like I don't care. I just want to be able to incorporate reading for pleasure a little bit more in my life. So this is where I will track that. So if I decide to read a book that day and I want to write, you know, a quote or something that really resonated with me, or write down about how something made me feel, I will do that. If I'm not reading something, then it'll just be journaling about the day. So I'm excited for this part. And then last but not least, wellness and gratitude. So this is something I found that really gets me to focus on the positive in life. And for those of you who have kind of been following along my YouTube journey, I do suffer from, well, my husband and I do suffer from infertility, and it's a very, very, very tough journey. And it's so easy to fall into a rut where you just, you know, beat yourself up, blame yourself, you know, just, sometimes I'm just not nice to myself. And I say some really mean things about myself to myself in front of the mirror, and I feel sorry for myself and I throw myself a pity party. And sometimes it's okay to do it. Sometimes I think it's important that we embrace that side of the infertility journey as well, because it's important to acknowledge and it's important to feel. And I think a lot of this is starting to come up for me now because I chose in the past to use work as a coping mechanism, but then I would burn myself out because I was working so much. So I've been using my planner a lot lately to be that coping mechanism for me rather than over focusing on work or over focusing on school. And that way, you know, my relationship with my husband has gotten better. I'm spending more time with our dogs, spending more time outside, even if it's just sitting outside in the sun for like 10 to 15 minutes, getting my tan on. You know, it's been working really well for me. So I want to continue focusing on the good, and you know, even on the bad days, if I do write down something about, you know, what's happening on my bad days, like I said, I write it down and let it go. So this planner I'm using is the vertical spread. So I'm going to use the calendar to track, like I'm going to write down one thing I'm grateful for every single day. And that's what I'm going to track this for. And then in my vertical spread, I was thinking of kind of, again, sectioning off each row. And so the first row could be maybe like my intention for the day, what I really need to focus on. If I had a bad day the day before, then what is it that I want to focus on today? How can I change that? How can I acknowledge it, but then try and, you know, move towards a positive direction. The second row here, I was thinking of using it to track what I eat throughout the day and how much water I drink throughout the day. I am still on keto and it's been doing really, really great for me. So if you have PCOS, you know, keto really does work. And the hardest part is just trying, right? Or not trying, sorry. The hardest part is starting. That for me is the hardest part. During the holy month of fasting, like during Ramadan, my husband and I stopped keto because, you know, fasting for 17 hours and then not eating enough, you know, with keto, I don't really eat a lot because I'm not hungry. And so it wasn't a healthy option for me while I was fasting. So we did go back to introducing carbs and whatnot. I noticed an instant change, not only in my moods and my sleep pattern, but in my body as well. So it's just interesting to see like what the carbs and the sugar and all that kind of stuff does to my body, especially since I have PCOS. So I'm rambling, sorry. So that middle row is going to be all about tracking what I eat. And then this bottom part here is going to be tracking my movement. So how many steps I've done each day. If I've, you know, did anything special, like my kickboxing place is opening back up. So if I chose to kickbox one day or go for a walk one day or nothing, right? Like I just want to be able to track it so that I can visually see it. Now I am hoping to film a video on my planning routine. So what I do in the morning, what I do in the evening, and then, you know, like I said, like it's not a lot. It might seem daunting and a lot of work, but it's not. Like if you spend 15 minutes a day, and it could be like 7 minutes in the morning and 7 minutes in the evening to just, you know, spend time in your planner, you'd be surprised at how much stuff you're able to track in that short amount of time. And then for work anyways, I'm always going to be in my planner, right? Just checking off things, checking for, you know, meetings or anything. I can't wait to dive into this. And I'm really excited for you guys to come along this journey for me. So if I've done this video justice, you know the spiel. Please do give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and that post notification button so that you guys know every single time that I upload. And remember, it is a cruel, cruel world out there, so be kind to one another and do something kind for one another, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.